Okay, first, I would like to pay homage to the Buddha, who is the exalted one or enlightened one, to the Dhamma, which is the teaching of the Buddha, and may I pay respect to the Sangha, who are the noble one and the disciple of the Buddha. Hello, welcome everybody to Monkchat Facebook Live, which is online streaming on Facebook, Monkchat, and YouTube channel right now. I am Pra Sontavi Intasaro, or a Venerable Son, who going to be the moderators and as a speaker, and going to speak and make a conversation with my partner today about the Dhamma and some of the interesting things that going to useful for people who are interested to learn about Buddhism, or general who are interested to the meditation practice. Today I come up with this topic that I have mentioned in the post. Is called the things that facilitate of, or things that are favorable to mental development or the meditation practice. So today I invite one of the knowledgeable monk, and he also proclaimed to me that he really want to be part of every Monkchat Facebook Live in order to improve and practice, keep speaking his English. So I'm very happy to hear that, and today I have invited him to be here. Hello, Namaskar, the Venerable Sanyadet, who is the monks from the monastery from Laos. So right now we Zoom. uh, use a remote session to meet each other in this platform and discuss about the Dhamma. Okay. Hello, Venerable. How are you today?
Hello, I'm okay. I'm very well today. So, very pleased to be invited to join your session, especially about the Monkchat, which is quite well known for the foreigners. I have heard about this program for a long time, so it's my pleasure to join this program in order to improve my English speaking skill. Mhm.
Thank you very much for your kindness. I'm very honored to have you as my partner for making a conversation today. In the post, maybe some of you have seen that they are going to have 3 months, but unfortunately, one month, Prat Sombun, he cannot. He has some suddenly important duties to do. All right, so today we're going slowly and it's informal conversation. We will slowly to talk about this topic, and there are also many subtopic as well. There are 7 things. Okay, why I come up with this topic? Okay, I will tell some reason because I have also travel and visit like several temples in the cities or right now I'm living in Chiang Mai, and um, I also have been to many places as well in Thailand and Laos. You know, the temple, it must be the place that gather people to lead them to do more about the wholesome things, and especially calming the mind and easy for get the concentration is a place for um, good for calming mind. But in this day, according to the many many part of the development of the temple, and sometimes it's distort and um, make something as an important factors that temple use as a main tools for be a like meditation place or be a place for people coming for doing this kind of like doing the seeking for the spiritual way. And I have seen that sometimes the temple develops such a way that promote for only the tourism or gather people to do something that it's lost balance only the material things or not such a way that we have seen in the Buddha time. So that's why I come up with this topic. It's what is said in the books Tipitaka, and Buddha have mentioned about the 7 things that going to support and facilitate the meditators get the um, most effective uh, about their meditation. So first of all, we would like to know more about the Buddhist meditation practice first, or the term that I have mentioned, mental development. So I would like to let the Prajan Sanyade explain a little bit more about the mental development in Buddhism a little bit before we get further to each uh, things. Okay.
Mental development is it means that in Pali we call bhavana, citta bhavana.
Yes.
Bhavana means to make something happen. Bhavana means develop. So in Buddhism we focus on mental development on development the mind, to develop the mind, to practice uh, the mind, to cultivate mindfulness or concentration. So in another term, it's called samadhi. Sometimes we hear the word samadhi, sometimes we hear the word citta bhavana or kamathana or vipassana or whatever. These are the synonyms of mental development. Yeah, mental development. That means in Buddhism, the Buddha gain or attain environment. Sorry, attain enlightenment. Sorry, attain enlightenment because of mental development, not other thing. So that's why today we come to talk about this topic uh, in order to share with us, especially for those who interested in practicing meditation. Yeah.
Yes.
There are there are two kinds of mental development: the calm meditation and the insight meditation. So that is what I want to give you the definition about the mental development.
Right. Okay. So the things that what we going to discuss about next, it consider as a outside factors. Um, there are two factors that going to support and facilitate our mental development going well. You know, we need both power. Uh,
Mhm.
hello, uh,
Yes, I'm
Venerable
listening.
Sayadaw, can okay, maybe your internet is lacking. Okay,
Mhm.
now we come back. Okay, so in Pali term for this Dhamma, it's called Sapaya 7. Okay, Sapaya, it means something that facilitate you or
Mhm.
support you or suitable for you to do something easier or smoother, you know. And what I have been study about this, it's more like outside factors, you know, which is
Mhm.
consider about the place, about the community that you are living in, uh, climate, weather, food. Before we're going to go to this, uh, what about the power or the inner factors that help us to get a better concentration or uh, a better meditation practice? Yes.
The inner, the
Yes.
internal factors that we have, what we have to have, what we have um, to have is that first we have to be a good monk. That means as a monk, we have to observe the principle, the sila very well. Because according to Buddhism, sila or precept is the foundation of all. It's the mother of all good qualities. Is the mother of all goodness in Buddhism. Without without morality or precept, we cannot go further to develop concentration. We cannot go further to another level, that mental development. And then we will not reach the final goal in Buddhism, especially the knowledge, inside knowledge, jhana, absorption, or the realization of the Dhamma. So at first we have to purify ourselves, that to be moral, at first. Yeah.
Okay. And another term that we always have heard about the Pala 5 or 5 strength power.
Five
Yes,
powers,
yes.
five,
Can be
five,
the
pow- five faculties, something like that.
yes, yes. Like Sata, Viriya,
Uh,
Sati, Samadhi,
Sattva,
Panya. It's one of the factors, right?
yeah, yeah, Sattva, Sila, something like that.
Yes,
Hmm. Of course, at first we have to have
okay.
confidence or convince conviction in the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha.
Yes,
Without
yes.
without conviction in the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha, we not we would not decide to become a monk or to become a Buddhist. Yeah. So at first we have faith in the Buddha that the Buddha attained enlightenment and his Dhamma spread or hand down from the time of the Buddha to the modern time still be effective or to all of us that can be practiced and applicable to our daily life. That whenever we practice, whenever we apply the Dhamma and Vinaya in our time, then we one day we realize the truth. Yeah, that that is the first thing that we have to have is sattha or confidence in the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. And the second one is sila. Sila means morality, and the next is sutta, puhusutta, something like this. Maybe I cannot remember. Sattha, sila, puhusutta, puhusutta.
Uh, or yeah, it can be the
Yeah,
uh, power of the concentration, Sati, Samadhi,
sati,
right?
samadhi, and panya.
Panya, yes.
Sati mean I think sati and samadhi and panya is the is the result of practice. Sati,
All right.
yeah, sati is the result of the practicing meditation. Samadhi is the way that we practice.
We have to pavana, make it happen,
Yeah, make it happen.
to cultivate,
Yeah, to
right?
cultivate. We don't have it at at the very beginning, but we have to begin. Yeah.
Yes,
It's it's such like the way that we have to walk. So, but what we should have at first is sattha or faith, confidence, and sila, morality at first, and then the next step is to to put it into practice.
yes. And the final result is to get the right understanding, the panya level, which is
Yeah,
the
of course, of course.
result. Yes. So when okay, hello.
Panya is yeah, yeah. I can hear you actually. I
Okay.
can hear you. Panya. I can hear you.
The internet it's a bit lagging. Okay, okay. Now it's
I,
coming back.
I
All right.
think my internet is working well.
Okay, maybe it's my. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Okay. Um, when we speak about sattha, sila, samadhi, and panya, which is the five, um, strength, power from inside. And when we speak um, in the new term, what the general people familiar, um, we call the passion, right? Before we start
Um,
to do something well, like to get the best result of your work, you have to, love your work. It's it same like a sattha if compared to the Buddhist term to let the
Uh,
general people understand this well? Mhm.
in actually, this term is uh, the same as confidence. But
Oh,
confidence.
okay.
If you talk about passion, is the same as in Buddhist term like raka. You know,
Oh,
yeah,
so
different
when we
term.
speak about the secular world,
Yeah, yeah.
passion, it can be many things. Passion to
Yeah.
sometimes gain kilesa for yourself, but sattha, that's we confidence to the right path, to the right belief, right? That is
Hmm.
the enlightenment of the Buddha.
Hmm.
Yes. Okay.
So the powers, the five powers, is very useful for us that we have to make it balance to develop it at the very first when you want to practice meditation. Hello, Pante, can you hear me? Hello. Hello. Can you hear me, Pante? So just now I see him disappear because maybe because of the internet connection. We have just mentioned about the five phala or the five interior in Buddhism. Actually, when we want to practice meditation, we should have sattha at first. Consider sattha is considered the same as samadhi, samadhi or the right view. First of all, we have to have the knowledge of the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha, and we have learned something. Uh, Basically, we have learned something about Buddhism. When we learn something, then we we want to know more, not just only from theoretical level, but we learn in order to gain some real experience. That is what we have to put into practice. So,
Okay. All right, everyone. Right now, you are starting to hear something about the introduction of this topic. About um, it actually Sapaya 7 is all it's only focused on the external factors, but
mhm.
today we like give you more about the internal first to let you understand that, okay, when you when you have the internal power strong, sometimes the factor is not really important in something that we're going to say next. Okay, so if you have any question that you want to ask, you can write uh, we will read the question after we have finished the whole content. Okay, so I will start the first suitable things for the mental development. Uh, it's concerned to where we live, where we are, the place that we are doing meditation. So the term in English is called suitable abode or suitable accommodation. So the temple right now, when we talk about the accommodation. It's concerned to the whole area of the temple that we are doing meditation, live in trees, weather, all the things that when we are living in and we don't worries about it, we call the paripot, uh, which is going to make you a lot of worries, have a lot of worries. So uh, I want to ask Venerable Sayadaw, what do you think about the temple in this day? Do they have avat sapaya or only means something? Okay.
Uh, in the present time,
Yes.
temp-
Yes.
temple in general is like a traditional temple that people they don't know much about meditation, or the monks live in the temples. Mostly they live just to serve some religious service, like they go to chant, they wish people, give blessing for them in religious ceremony, not focus on meditation practice. And the temple is Kamavasa. Kamavasa means the temple in in the village mostly. That is close, very close to the village. And in some temple, they it is the in some temple, the school is inside the temple, and it is very noisy sometimes, very noisy. They focus on the development of society and uh, material way, not spiritual way. Temples and monks just to be social service or religious service, to work for the dedication uh, to the depart of people's relatives, just to serve them in time of they want to make marriage. And they focus on giving dana. Even they don't like to observe five precepts. When they come to the temple, just come um, to give dana. And of course, before they give dana, or before they give dana, they have to observe the five precepts. And just after they finish giving dana in the temple, when they go back, they join drinking party or whatever. They do something that different from what they do in the temple. So temple in general is very different in the time of the Buddha. It's very different from the purpose of Buddhism. The purpose of Buddhism is to study at first and practice meditation, and in order to realize or attain some level of spiritual practice is to practice meditation. So most temples are not suitable for practicing meditation because it's very noisy, close to the road, close to entertainment values, and that's very uh, uncomfortable for monks to practice meditation. But if you want to practice meditation, you have to go and find some suitable place or suitable temple, as we call avasa sapaya. Avasa means the place to live, the residence to stay, to live in. in order to practice meditation. That is not far away from the village, not very close or very near to the village, uh, that you can keep away from um, noisy environment, and then you will gain meditation easily, or you can get access into deep meditation very easily. Otherwise, when you sit meditation, you will hear the songs, you hear people talking, you hear the cars, you hear somebody enjoying singing or whatever. So how can you practice if you are living in such an environment? So this is the very first factor of, I mean, external factor that we have to consider before you go and practice meditation. That's why in Buddhist society we have two kinds of temples. The first kind is Kamavasi temple. That means the forest temple, the forest monastery. And the second kind of is Avasa, Kamavasi. That means the temple that's very close to the village. So if you want to practice meditation, you can go to the forest to find the forest temple. That's why in the sutta, the Buddha said to monks, you can go to the to the forest to sit under the tree, or sit in an empty house, or in the cemetery somewhere where it's far away from the noisy environment, in order to gain more easily meditation. That is very important, the first one. But somebody said that if your mind is calm enough, you can sit everywhere. You can stay anywhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to ask you. Some say that we can set home as a meditation hall. And what do you think about it? It must be intermediate level, right? Not for the
It is
beginner.
not. Yeah, yeah.
What do
It's
you
not
mean?
for the beginner. It's not suitable for the beginner. It's for those who understand very well how
Yes.
to practice meditation. Who understand, who can, observe very well whatever happened um, around, and whatever happened around them. They can control their mind. They can control. They can be, more very sharp mindfulness that can live everywhere. Whatever, you know, whatever they hear, whatever they see, whatever they think, they can just observe and let it go. That is for the very, advanced level of meditation practitioners. But for the beginners, even you stay in a very quiet place, you can still, it's very difficult for you to sit, practice meditation. At that time, you have to find a very, good or qualified meditation master to help you. That we will talk the next one about Bukkala Sapaya, I think.
Okay. So one thing that I would like to add, for the, in northern part of Thailand, it's very famous for the vipassana meditation based on the full foundation of mindfulness,
Mhm.
which is the technique that allow the um, uh, meditators to note everything that come to their contact to their body, to their mind. Um, so what you said, that's going to be, very right, that for the intermediate level people, they can use those noisy or things that uh, you an environment around you which is not as make you feel suitable to be acknowledgement
Mhm.
acknowledge as a mental, we call the mental object. If
Mhm.
you hearing music or noisy and keep noting hearing, or in Thai or Lao term we call the ได้ยินหนอ something like that. So for the people who have an experience, you can use those kind of noisy things or not as suitable things as a mental object to develop your sati, your mindfulness more and more. I would like to go for the next, not a Pukala Sapaya yet, but it will be a Kojara Sapaya, the place or the resident that easy to access to the community, especially this mention about the place that monk going to go to live or practice meditation. It must be easy place to collecting food, uh, easy to uh, get an interaction with people. Uh, it's very close to the first one, right? Venerable Sanyadet. Or how's it different? Suitable resort or suitable community? Or yes, can you define these things more?
The suitable community, suitable Kojara, right, in Bali.
Yes, yes.
Kojara,
Kojala to
Kojara
go
means
on
you,
board.
yeah, to come and go, yeah, to come and go. This part is focused mainly on uh, the way or the path that you travel from the place that you practice meditation to the village. That if you find a place that's not very far from the village and easily for collecting alms foods, that would be very um, you know would be very good for you. Otherwise, in some place, the monk live in the forest or in the mountain far away from the village. It takes a whole day or a midday, midday to come and to go and come back. You know, for example, they go collecting arms in very early morning, and then they come back to the place maybe at lunchtime. So if they are qualified enough, they can practice every time, every moment. When they walk, when they arm, correcting arms, and then they can, you know, recite or observe or whatever. If they use the technique of putto, they can say putto or recite putto everywhere, wherever they go, whatever they do. But it's okay. But if for those who are beginners, not very suitable for them, they should live not very far from the village in order to correct arms, and otherwise not very easy for them, and their practice will not be improved.
Yes, yes. Okay, for the uh, new this day, uh, some of you may have seen some temple located very far away from the village, like a forest temple. But
Mhm.
we have to understand that this day, some temple have provided car, which is
Mhm.
able to take them, come closer to the village, and then monks can walk and then um, can drop them back to the temple. It's easier this day. So um, we have to base on the situation as well. All right.
Mhm.
So the next things that going to facilitate or support us to get the uh, best things for our mental training is the place that speech, suitable
Hmm.
speech. So
Suitable.
this is in Pali, Patsa Sapaya,
Yeah, Phasa Sapaya.
Sapaya.
Phasa,
Yes,
Phasa, from the words Phasa.
Pasa
Phasa mean, yeah, Phasa mean words, mean speech.
words. Yes.
Yeah, Phasa, Phasa
So
Sapaya.
this means that everyone in that area speak right word, speak not hash word to each other.
Yeah,
Is it that mean that everyone speak about the Dhamma, speak about something that going to
yeah,
detriment? Uh,
mostly, mostly
yes,
if those who want to be meditation practitioners, if they devote themselves, devote themselves to practice meditation, they should not talk about any worldly things, not about politics, not about wars, not about any news,
I
even
see, I
COVID.
see, I see.
Yeah, not
Because
about
in
yeah, not
yes,
about business, but should be in the area of Dhamma and Vinaya, the teachings of the Buddha, that can improve their spiritual practice. To talk about the contentment, that means santosa, about simple life, simple living, about how to remove kilesa, not how to cultivate or collect it, accumulate it, more wealth, you know. Because as a meditation practitioner, we have to talk less, not talk much. Talk less, sleep less, and practice more. Otherwise, if we, you know, busy with talking, talkative, we will not gain any benefits from practice meditation. Just the same as living in the house. If for the lay people, if you go and go practice meditation and you still keeping talking or chatting with your friends using mobile phone and sending message to somebody else and say something, reading some news, following some Facebook page or whatever, then um, you will not progress in practicing meditation. That's why
right,
in some meditation practice they preserve,
silent,
yeah,
right,
there's noble silence. Some they have to put the side, keep silence or noble silence. Yeah, because according to the Dhamma, when we talk too much, we, you know, we will be, how to say, our minds, we have more wandering thoughts.
of course,
Because,
yes,
in Bali language, we call Vaci Sankara. The more you talk, the more you create more
yeah,
imagination. Yeah,
yeah,
think,
mental formation, we
yeah,
form
yeah,
imagination,
yeah, mental
sankhara,
formation.
we
Yeah,
have
Sankara.
a lot of sankhara,
Yeah.
yes,
And at at the time of sitting or walking meditation, for example, if you talk with your friends for some time during the day, it's very difficult to get access into meditation. I experienced already about this. you know, with the time, yeah. If someday when I join the meditation course and I have some small talk with my friends when I sit in meditation, the words that we have conversation with the friends is running around my head and thinking about this nearly 1 hour 2 hours until it disappear, or maybe sometime
right,
when walk meditation the words still, pops up in the mind, then we have to try hard
So
in order.
better not to speak, right?
Yeah, better not to speak. Even when you talk about something good, during the time of practicing meditation, even you talk about the Dhamma, the Vinaya, no need. Keep silent is better. Yeah, keep silent is better.
But this thing is a rock. It's something that very difficult for some people that who never done this before. And
I
yes, yes.
I ever join the 15 days meditation practice that keep noble silence. I didn't talk within 15 days. Only talk with the meditation master when I was called to give the interview to him. Yeah, that maybe it's difficult for those who never practice, but it's easy for us who experience about this. Yeah, I learned that it's very beneficial for us if we talk less. It can help us to develop um, the, the meditation practice very well. Yeah. It's better
Yes,
than talking a lot.
I think this is one of the important factors that we
Mm.
have to practice immediately when we practice meditation. Even by yourself, you have
Mm.
to switch off your phone, switch off all the communication for an hour, and then
Mm.
focusing on only your practice. So right speech or suitable speech is one of the key factors to get the better mental development. Okay. So
Mm.
the fourth one is Bukala Sapaya. I think this is going to support the last one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
When we have a suitable person and those person will, speak only about what you have said, that content, conversation, con something that useful for the meditation practice only. So in your point of view, suitable person, um, what is covered to area of the meditation practice?
In my point of view, suitable person should be the meditation master who teach meditation practice. That means the ones who can help us, who can guide, give us the spiritual practice, who who is qualified enough and has a lot of experience in meditation practice. According to the sutta, when the Buddha advised monks to practice meditation, he advised that we should go to the temple where there exists the master who who is who can get access into China, fourth China, who has fourth China, or who know very well about the theory practice. So, in my point of view, Bukala Sapanya should be the one who can guide us in meditation practice. Not, but if we cover in general, maybe our friends, our Dhamma friends, or Kanlayanamita, or people around us. But I think it's not necessary because when we go practice meditation, we don't need to, we don't need to have some discussion with other people. We should have we should have learned something before we go practice meditation. At least we have read something about meditation practice, the theory, how to practice or whatever. And the last thing that we should have is, we have to practice. And when we experience something on the way we practice, the one that we should ask or give more advice about the real experience is that teacher or instructor. Okay.
Yes. So I have question.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, for the people in general, um, after they start to seeking the um, for the meditation practice, is it necessary to find the master, to have a master, or only follow Buddha guide in the Tipitaka or Anapanasati? Is it necessary to have the spiritual teacher as the main one that we have to follow? Yes.
If for those who have cultivated parami very well, from previous life, they can learn from themselves and learn from the scripture. As we can see some meditation master, the well-known meditation master. I can give you an example. Ajahn Sompo. I don't think he learned somebody else. He learned from somebody else. But last week I learned that he got advice from Lamang. Lamang. Actually, Ajahn Sompo at that time he practiced meditation a lot, day and night. But there was one senior monk who was very quiet. He didn't talk much. He just said that to Ajahn Sompo. He said that just only see the breathing is enough. That is the word that the old monk talked to Ajahn Sompo. And then he tried hard to observe the breathing in and out, to focus on this breathing. And one day he realized that he saw the stream of the breath, running, was running out, comes, it came out and come back, like this, right? The stream of the cloud. And then he know that is what the old monk said about this. And then he practiced by himself actually a lot. So for the beginner, I think you should have a qualified meditation master to guide you. For those who want to practice meditation, at least you have to have, someone who have a very good experience about practicing meditation. In Lao we call mok padek tomiku jigapu miwa. But I don't know how to say in English. Whatever we do,
Okay.
whatever we do, we have to
Okay.
have someone to teach us. We have to
Okay.
have, we have to have someone to teach us. We have to learn from the teacher. Even when even when we were a child, we have parents, our parents, as the first teachers. That's why we should begin with learning from teachers. Otherwise, um, it is not sure to get the right to learn to practice in the right path or not. We may not
Yes.
understand when we're reading from the Tipitaka.
Okay.
We need
Right.
somebody to explain to us.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Venerable Sanyadet, would you give some advice to some people who have the like how can I say that, the uh, the spiritual teacher, and sometimes they attach to the
The
monk,
methods,
to the mentors. Okay, the mentors,
okay,
and sometimes when the mentors made something that disappointed those people, and then they give up the following or the practicing. So do you have some any suggestion for to keep balance? Okay, we can have mentors to bring us confidence, to create sattva more to the practice in Buddhism, uh, but how to find the balance not to attach to the body of the mentor him. Yeah. Yes.
I understand. I get it.
Okay.
So mostly for a person, for people who don't have a good knowledge or very good background knowledge of Buddhism, they believe in individual person, in an individual. Like when they first learn from me, for example, they don't want to learn from other people. Whatever I teach them, they believe. But when someday I do something wrong, and then they lost their faith in Buddhism. So in this point, a lot of people, focus. A lot of people are very, a lot of people attached to Ajahn, attached to meditation, Bukkala, attached to someone. Actually, we should not focus. We should not attach to any individual person. We should focus on a whole Buddhism. We should, keep our mind to believe in the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha as a whole, not just an individual person. Otherwise, we block ourselves from other opportunities of learning from other teachers. And then we will not get progress in Buddhism, especially
Okay.
practice meditation.
Right. So focusing on the teaching of the Buddha. So the when the mentors or the teacher have something wrong, that's belong. That's the a business of the mentor, not concerned to the teaching.
Yeah,
Okay. That's we have to
we have to
understand.
consider we have to consider that everything is impermanent. Everything is impermanent. It's changeable. That you have to consider that that person is still an ordinary person, not an arahant. So he can, he can do something wrong sometime. So you have to understand the nature of the person who still have
Yes.
kilesa defilements.
Yes. Okay.
Otherwise, you will be broken heart again and again.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I hope so that Venerable Sanyadet also have some followers, who inspire your teaching and follow every teaching of yours. Um, okay, I have one question. Do you
Hmm.
have any mentors that you can say about them? Like, what is your idol or mentors? Yes, share
For me,
to some of
for
us.
me, of course, for me, maybe the same as all of us. The first idol of us is the Buddha. The Buddha is number one for us. And for me, the second is I prefer the lineage of forest tradition, especially Luang Pu Man. If I want to practice meditation as the way to liberation from kilesa, I have to focus on his practice, Luang Pu Man, and as a forest monk. But in order to learn more, widely in Buddhism, I I like Luang Por Puttathasa, Ajahn สมภพ and สมเด็จ Puttakosajan now. เพราะ 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 เพ Yeah, they are all my idols, all my idols that inspire me to live as a Buddhist monk for nearly more than 20 years as a Buddhist monk. I live, learn, and practice because I see the living master. I heard their stories that inspire me to practice more and learn more about Buddhism. Yeah.
Right.
And
So, in my point of view,
mhm,
Bukhara Sapaya is one of the most powerful, powerful
mhm,
factors to leading us um, have more faith, more confidence, sattha to study, to practice. Okay, so Venerable Sangedet also inspires some people also after in every times that you live Facebook or people study about your life, so can bring someone to follow Buddhism more as a good example, or many teachers that you have mentioned, they uh, laid out their life story to let the follower inspire, have more confidence. So I think what we have discussed about the 7 things that uh, suitable for mental development, Bukhara Sapaya, it's one of the key main things. I also, inspired by many teachers to um, support me study Buddhism in academic way, like the most venerable Paul Payutto or Buddhadasa, that you, all the most venerable that you have mentioned, inspire many young monks to study Buddhism in such a way that focusing on the wisdom, understanding. Yes, I inspire a lot from these factors. In for me, this factor is very important for me. Yes.
for me, until now, I am not sure whether I can be an idol for other people or not. But whatever I do,
Yes.
I think it's okay. I because I like, then I do. I share my knowledge uh, to general people, especially on the Facebook, on website, YouTube, whatever. Just just what I like to do, yeah, and I'm happy to be that to do like that.
Okay, very good. Okay, we have one. Okay, two factors left. Okay, the sixth one is Utu Sapaya. I think this is also important. Um, why many foreigners, fly airplane across the ocean to Laos, Thailand, because it's good location, it's good weather, good food, and it's support to learn this spiritual path. And many teachers, many all what we have uh, told them before, suitable accommodation, suitable resort, suitable speech, they have they're also very happy to see Lao, Thai people, Southeast Asia people speak, smile, speak with smiling. Uh, so all those things uh, made uh, uh, Southeast Asia as the good spot for the foreigners come, and the climate, suitable climate, is one of the things that not too cold, not too hot here. Yes.
I think you skip one that is about Posana Sapaya, Ahara Sapaya.
Uh, okay. Yeah. Ahara.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Ahara Sapaya.
Poshana. I skip.
Yeah,
Okay. Can you
yeah,
speak
Posana.
about this first, or we go back?
Posana Sapaya or Ahara
Yes.
Sapaya
Posada. Yes. I'm
is
sorry.
important because we need food. We need food, and the
Yes.
food that is not, the food should be good for your health. And when we talk about food, we have to talk about um, moderation in food. Posana Matanyuta. Posane Matanyuta, the Buddha taught us that we have to focus on this. And according to the sutta, food is very important. In Samanela Panhaya, it has a question that Ekanamaking in Samanela Panhaya. Ekanamaking Sabhe Sata Aharatitika. What is one? Ekanamaking, what is one? The question raised by a novice. And the answer is that Sabhe Sata Aharatitika, all beings sustained by food. So when practicing meditation is also very important for us, we have to you know to focus on food as well, and we have to eat in moderation, not too much. Otherwise, when you eat too much, when you sit meditation, you get drowsy. It's very easy, sleepy, and you keep nodding your head all the time when sitting meditation. But if you eat in moderation, very not too much, it can help you practice meditation. Mm. It can maintain you to live to practice, not to live to eat. Okay, at least we need one meal a day. Yeah.
Okay. So food it's important, but we have to apply the teaching about the moderation, right?
Yes, yes.
To not too much. So the main factors of the meditation practice you have said earlier: eat less, sleep less, uh,
Hmm. Practice
practice
more.
more,
Yeah.
practice more.
Mm.
Okay. So okay, sixth the sixth one is suitable climate. That
Yeah.
is utu sapaya. It's
Hmm.
what I have said. Also important when we walking, practice walking meditation, sitting meditation is must be uh, good environment and weather,
Yeah.
flow, not get humid and uh, hot. That's you have to avoid and decide a good location and good place. So most of the meditation area it's very good location. The, they decided from this sapaya, the climate.
Mhm.
So your temple, I have seen some pictures from your temple. It's very good climate and uh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
good environment.
There
So
are
where
some
is it?
trees. There are some trees and near the rice field, and
Yes,
the wind flow very the wind flows easily, can get access to um, fresh air,
yes,
can help facilitate practice of meditation. Otherwise, if we live in the place that not good condition, the weather, and close to the toilets, close to the big building, that blocks the way of the wind, that that will not be very good for us. Oh, the good weather is in this time, this season. winter, that is suitable season for us to practice meditation. That's why after the end of Buddhism, there are many monks, they go to the forest and they join meditation center to practice meditation because it's very suitable time at this moment, at this time. And they prepare themselves in order to go to Danka or wandering, to go wandering from place to place to practice meditation. Some of them join uh, meditation center or join parivasa first in order to purify their sila or morality and prepare for a long journey of walking meditation from province to province, from villages, districts to districts. So this time is very, very, very good time. So Utu Sapaya is one of the factors that we have to consider. If we live in a very humid, in a very heating environment, when you practice meditation, you feel uncomfortable. Yeah, uncomfortable to practice meditation. But in modern time, in the time of, you know, uh, warm weather,
Yes.
some temple they
We have
provide,
air.
yeah,
We
air
have air
conditioning.
conditioning.
Yeah, air condition. Yeah, air condition. It's okay. It's okay.
Yes.
Hmm.
And the last one, okay, the seventh one is Iriya Sapaya. It's suitable posture. So mainly when we practice meditation, sitting, walking meditation, and two more is standing and laying down,
Hmm.
meditation. So it means that all the posture that we apply in the Buddhist meditation practice is look humble, look noble, because it should be a posture that um, uh, um, suitable for the calming mind. Okay, not make you feel hurry and tired. Not like other a meditation technique that you, for example, like some meditation technique. You have to move a lot. You have to spend a lot of energy. That is not the Buddhist way. So in your point of view, suitable posture is it's important, right, to get the concentrate steadily when we sit comfortably
Hmm.
and relax. Hmm.
Of course, when we begin to practice meditation, the master advise us to sit straight, to put the right leg on the left leg, to put the right hand on the left hand, and to sit in a very suitable posture in order to assist or to help you to sit very comfortable. Otherwise, we will, you know, get sleepy very easily, drowsiness, sleepiness, and then you lost your confidence in practicing meditation if you don't sit in a suitable posture. The suitable posture should be in a natural way. For example, you walk in a natural way, you sit in a natural way, not too much stiff, not too much, make your posture in an uncomfortable way, uncomfortable way. Some of the meditation master suggest the practitioners to walk in a natural way, just to walk, but to be mindful in every step we walk. But in some meditation practice, We have to move very slowly and focus every step. For example, right walking, left walking, but very slow, very slowly. Like lifting, moving, passing, lifting, moving, passing, whatever. The way of Mahasi Sayadaw, rising and falling methods, that they have very detailed in walking meditation, and even when sitting meditation, they have to focus on every moment, hearing, seeing, thinking, or even observe the whole body, any parts of the body that touch in the floor or whatever. That that is what we talk about the posture. But for
Yes.
those for those who are senior people, the elder person, they can sit on the chair if they are not familiar with sitting meditation. Some of them cannot sit in cross leg properly. They get hurt when they sit in cross leg. They have to sit on the chair, and then that is the way we have to consider in suitable posture. But for those when they cannot sit like the monk, they don't want to join us. Actually, they can join, but they can sit anywhere, in a high chair or whatever, on the cloud, or in any style of sitting they want. If it's not, if it doesn't look, um, rude. Okay, that is about
Okay.
suitable.
That's yes, that's all for things that's suitable to mental development.
Mhm.
Sapaya 7, and I think this is also um, crucial, not only about the meditation practice. If you plan to build some house or some place for you to stay, you can apply this thinking. It must be a good location, um, a, a good spot that, for example, if you're doing some business, you can also apply this, that it must be a good spot that um, you know clients or place that customer come and easy to access people, so you can apply some to that. But mainly this is the factors that to develop the mental development, focusing on the how to assist the meditators get the most comfortable for the body and mind to get the better um, meditation practice. In my point of view, uh, we have to uh, keep balance. Okay, sometimes if we focusing on the external factors, we will claim that, oh, it's not a good place yet. We will have something to um, claim about it. So if you develop insight power that we have said earlier, I think that is going to be the main things that allow you to practice meditation in any way, any places that you are going to be and to stay to live. Uh, for all audiences who are watching us right now, if you have any question, and I saw some question, we will discuss about that a little bit. If you have any question right now, you can write it down below or share some uh, thoughts about this Sapaya 7, which one you like the most, which one is most powerful for you. Please join with us. Okay. Venerable Sanyade, there is one question. Normally, we always speak about this two types of meditation practice. The first
Yes.
one is calm meditation, and the second one is insight meditation. So the
Mm.
question from Mr. Julius, you want to know more about calm meditation and insight meditation. Um, how is different? Can you make it
Actually,
briefly?
actually, it's inside, not inside.
Yes, yes.
So
Insight.
when we talk about calm meditation, is about the way to calm our mind. Focus on only to get access into deep meditation, like to get into jhana. Mostly when we talk about calm meditation or samatha kamatha, samatha means to calm, to stop our mind from thinking, to keep quiet, to focus on only one point of the object of meditation in order to get access into deep meditation or to deep samadhi. Mostly we apply the mantra to recite during practice meditation. For example, the mantra that mostly the forest meditation uh, monks use is the word putto. When we breathe in, we recite the word put. We breathe out, recite the word to. Or some temples they apply Samma Arahang or Arahang, Namo Puttaya, Namapata or whatever. That we focus on some mantra, some words apply in practicing in order to avoid thinking um, in general, in avoid our mind to wander to outside, in order to prevent our mind projecting to the outside situation. That is the first kind of practicing meditation we call calm meditation. Calm meditation, according to Visuddhimagga, there are many kinds of devices to use in order to apply in calm meditation, in order to get into deep jhana. Oh. But for the second one is insight meditation, is to focus on the development of mindfulness or state mindfulness. In this kind of meditation, mostly we apply Mahasatipatthana Sutta technique. Mahasatipatthana Sutta is about Kaya Kayanupassana Satipatthana, to contemplate uh, the body in body. That means to focus on the body, focus on the breathing in and out. But at the present time, the forest meditation tradition, they add something more. That is the word to help when breathing in and breathing out. Not just to observe the breathing in, the breathing out, according to anapanasati, the breathing uh, meditation technique, but we applied some mantra words to help us to have more power, you know, to be strong in concentration, to have deep meditation, to sharp our concentration. That is the word to help us. And we not only focus on this, the breathing in and out, we focus on some other parts in our body, kesa, loma, naka, tanta, hairs, um, and this pus, the skin, the teeth, whatever, the 32 parts in our body. That is Kaya Nupassana Satipatthana. Kaya means body, Nupassana means to see or to contemplate. Satipatthana means to to be mindful on the body. That is the insight. Vedana. When we're talking about Vedana, to contemplate on feeling in feeling. Vedana Nupassana Satipatthana. Feeling, when you feel sensual, a painful sensation, pleasant sensation, or neutral sensation. When you sit in meditation, you feel pain or happy or whatever, you just focus on whatever happened at that moment. So vipassana means to see the thing as they really are, to see the thing that is happening now. When we hear, we just observe the hearing. When we think, we just observe the thinking mind. When we feel cold, when we feel hot or whatever, even the wind flow, blows to our body, we just observe it, feel it mindfully. That is the way of insight meditation practice. Insight is a kind of knowledge to understand, to realize whatever happened to us. And according to the definition, insight meditation is to practice in order to see the thing as they really are. Do you understand what to see the thing as they really are? That is the key word you have to understand. But in the calm meditation, they apply a word or something. Even you feel very cold sometimes, but you focus on breathing in, put, breathing out. But in inside meditation, when you feel cold, you just observe coldness. You just observe the coolness. When you feel hot, you just observe the heating. When you feel pain, you just observe the painful sensation. That is the way of insight meditation. And the more you practice, you will get familiar with the law of impermanent, the law of tilakana, the law of universal characteristic of all things. That anicca, dukkha, anatta. Anicca means everything is impermanent. Dukkha means suffering. Anatta means non-self. All of us, if we consider according to Buddhism, we are composed of the four elements, the five aggregates. We are not ourselves. So, in practicing insight meditation is to understand the essence of Buddhism, to understand the three universal characteristics, anicca, dukkha, anatta. That is the way to attain enlightenment. That's the Buddha taught us. That what you have to learn more is about Mahasatipatthana Sutta. So I hope I give enough answer to this question.
Yes, that is very clear and almost complete, and cover all the essence of the calm meditation, samatha, kammatthana, and insight meditation, considered as a vipassana. And there is another question is concerned to the vipassana, and the Venerable Sanyadit also have already explained about this, how mindfulness meditation works, that you have to apply your awareness to knowing the whole things that arise in your sensation and focus as the as the way things are. So in this question, she asks more that when we're doing mindfulness meditation, we need to focus everything happen in our body at the same time.
Actually, according to the teaching of the Buddha, the
Yes.
mind can focus on a single thing that happened. We cannot focus everything at the same time. So when the surrounding or the phenomena arise to you, that is very clear to you, and then you can focus on that point. For example, if you feel very cold, that means the the feeling of the cold weather is very clear to you, and then you can turn your mind, turn your attention. You can pay attention to that a very specific point, specific part in your body.
Right.
Whatever you be mindful, whatever you can be mindful at any phenomena or something arise to you, or you have contact with it, you can focus on that first. For example, when you doing some uh, cooking, when you do some cooking, you are in the kitchen or you uh, do some gardening, you can be mindful at the moment you watering, at the moment you are watering the flowers, or uh, you cutting some trees. Just to be mindful, that is the way of practicing mindfulness. To be mindful at any moment, any situation that you are, wherever you are, whatever you hear, or whatever you see, and you can just see and just hear, just observe whatever happened. That is the way of practicing mindfulness meditation.
Okay, so the key word is focus on the object that most clear,
Yeah,
and
most clear. Not
and
only
we
not
have,
not not
okay,
only not only in time of sitting meditation, not only in the time of when only in the time when you close your eye in the meditation
in
hall.
any activities that
Yeah,
we
in any activities,
doing in dairy.
daily routines, daily activities, you can be mindful. It's very easy. Actually, to do mindfulness meditation is easy. Whenever we still have breath, whenever we still, you know, live in this world, we can be mindful
Right,
at any
right.
time.
But so the one that who asked this, maybe she confused when she practiced meditation and she contact with several sensation, also feeling
Mhm.
pain and then thoughts come in the same time, sometimes noisy. Um, and then actually it seems like it's happened in the same time, and we know all those things in the same time, but in actually what you have said, according
We
to
cannot.
Abhidhamma, my
Yeah, yeah,
know only one object in every time, but
yeah,
happen very quick. They have said that for, uh,
yeah. It
1
happened very, very quickly.
million
The
times.
mind work. The mind works very quickly. The
Yes,
mind focuses on a single object very quickly, but it changes. It changes from one object to another object. It it cannot focus on one. It cannot focus a whole thing at the same time.
yes, yes. Okay, so the next question from Mr. Julius, you maybe continuing from the samatha vipassana, and he want to know that there are many tutorial guiding meditation
Hmm.
in the internet, free available, or you have to pay for special course. He want to know that what is the best meditation practice for you as a Buddhist monk.
We have
It
to
means
we
that
have
he
to,
asked monk. Okay, he asked
we
monk.
have to go back. We have to go back to the way of the Buddha. That anapanasati here. Focus on the breathing in and out. The breathing
So
in and out. Anapanasati is can cover all of the meditation techniques.
yes, yes. So this is the summarizing the whole teaching of the Buddha to be one one practice like anapanasati. Even
Anapanasati.
in the path to liberate from the suffering Maka, there are 8 paths. Men, moral training, mental training, wisdom training, and
Mm-hmm.
this is sample down to anapanasati. That is the key, right? That we can carry on with us. Uh, I mean, we can carry with us anywhere anapanasati, and whenever we have anapanasati, we will have self-control. Moral training is there. Um, we will train ourselves to have right speech, right action, right livelihood. Mental training, we always develop and cultivate mindfulness and concentration almost every time when we recorrect about breathing in and out, and we have right understanding in the moment that we are knowing ourselves. So I also same answer as Venerable Sanyadet have said that finally we have to go to original word of the Buddha. He suggests us to follow the anapanasati. Yes, whatever many master uh, try to teach in several techniques, so finally it's conclude in this root of the meditation practice. Yes, come back to the breath. Yes, I agree to that. You have any additional thoughts for the whole things we speak about today? 7 suitable things that support mental development and all the question before we finished this Facebook Live.
So let's give a try. Put into practice. Whatever we talk. I think what we should do is to practice. Otherwise, we will not gain any experience. We will not know. So I would like to invite all of us who come to listen today to practice by yourself in order to experience by yourself. Just to come and see, learn the basic technique and put it into practice. Then you will experience by yourself how is profound and how is how how beneficial that the Buddha's teaching. Anyone can practice regardless of religions, races, or whatever. As long as you have the mind, you have the feeling, you have ear, eye, you know, you suffer the same. You have breath, you have 4 elements in your body, you have the breathing in and out, then you are suitable, you are qualified person to practice meditation. And when you practice meditation, you can be a qualified meditation master in the future. You can be happy in your life. All of the happiness, all kind of the happiness. The happiness of mental happiness is foremost, then worldly happiness, then bodily happiness, then sensual happiness. The happiness of spiritual practice is the answer for all of us. So you can find the answer from Buddhism by your own practice. That is what I want to say. So thank you very much, Venerable, to invite me to join the session today, and I hope that we have some time in the future to have more discussion about Buddhism.
Yes, I'm very feel great today to have you as my partner to discuss about this Dharma. And on behalf of all the audience, I also would like to thanks to Venerable Sanyadet Wongsopa, who is share and guide a lot of knowledge concerned to the meditation practice. And finally, I would like to wish to all the audience who are following us from the beginning up to now, and special for those who write something and comments, that you are get a participation to this Facebook Live. I very acknowledge to all the comments. And finally, we will stop here, and next week, okay, we will post in the Facebook one more time that if we have another Monkchat Facebook Live, and I've tried to invite it more monks who have the Valities knowledge, who good at different uh, dimension of knowledge, okay, to make this Facebook Live get useful and benefit to all audiences in the whole world. And today we get the audience up to 40, 50. That is because of your share and your like. Um, finally, I wish everyone to be happy and have a peaceful life and wonderful life. So for today, Namaskar, the most venerable Sanyadet. Good night. Wish you have a good, healthy, and see you next Facebook Live.
See you
Thank you
next
very
time.
much for today.